Hey everybody, welcome back. 3KO Games here. Short video today because we have a short balance update to talk about. Let's jump in. There we go. February 2026 balance update here in Empires and Puzzles. Really affecting three families of heroes. So let's take a look. We know that the Valiant Vegetables used to be the Vigilant. Well, they were the Valiant, and then they said Vigilant. Some kind of vegetables are coming back. There's a challenge event, I think, coming tomorrow. Very exciting. So how are they changing them? Evolving Fiends now have their evolution delayed by 1 turn each time they are healed. I like that. As somebody who doesn't have any of these veggie heroes yet, and when you don't bring a healer big enough to actually heal them 100% of the way, can we just delay them? That sounds great. So you heal with a smaller healer. You didn't get rid of them yet, but they're going to stop their evolution for 1 turn. I like that. On the other side, they have increased the HP of these fiends from 15 to 20% for the seedlings and 25 to 30% for the sprout. So a little give and take there. That's going to make your fiend removing healer type heroes or fiend resistant heroes even more coveted. I'm very lucky to have Ragrim. I try not to take more than 1 or 2 of these types of veggie teams on in a war. You can use Ragrim to remove, can also use Cleopatra with costume, who will heal over the, whatever it is, the 70%, which is the mega fiend that they turned into. Astral Demon family is getting a little resonance shift. Resonance status ailment redesigned. Instead of dealing damage to random enemies, the effect now deals damage to nearby enemies. Total damage has been increased, especially in cases where the number of targets has been reduced. All right. I like that. You have a little bit more control. You know where you're actually going to do damage. It's called Resonance, but there's really nothing fancier about this special now than there is about any other damage over time. It's spreading to the nearby enemies, just like we've seen with a bleed damage or a poison damage or whatever. But now they're just calling it Resonance. I think the random enemy or the random spread made the Resonance kind of interesting. Certainly made these characters usable on defense because you don't really know where they're going to hit, and it doesn't matter because you don't have control over it. Even more handy now on offense where you know where you're going to do extra damage. The old was each turn Resonance deals damage to the afflicted enemy and additional damage that reverberates to random enemies. And now, additional damage to nearby enemies. Okay, so we are affecting Exshar, Anatoma, Iblis, and Ma'el on the epic level. Finally, we have a little bit of I guess there are 4 families affected. So vegetables, demons, the Institute and Forsaken families, the latest families in the Insanity type heroes. So we are basically cutting down the amount of insanity afflicted to themselves, which I appreciate because you always want to do that equation and come out ahead. So when you are inflicting more insanity on yourself than you are on them, come on, I don't know that I want to use this hero. So Professor Morrister gets an additional buff here. Defense reduction against special skills changed to overall defense reduction. So we'll also defend against tiles or slash attacks or whatever. Old was 44% defense down against special skills for 4 turns, and now target and nearby enemies get 44% defense down for 4 turns. So even your tiles, even your slash attacks on the other side of the battle will still do more damage. Insanity inflicted on self is reduced by 5. Katrox insanity reduced by 5. Demhalar, he's in my line of 4 stars of red heroes that I am debating. I only have so many rings and trying to figure out who gets boosted next. Well, he gets a little buff. Water damage now boosts all allies' health. All allies absorb 50% of dealt water damage as boosted health. Kind of like that. And then insanity is reduced by 5. Emily needs more of a buff than that. She's still a horrible hero, but 5 less insanity. Kadath also 5 lower on insanity. Ellery was a hero that gave attack growth, and now is going to do attack and defense growth for the same number. So it's not like a reduction because they're adding defense or anything. So that's nice. And 5 less on the insanity. Wilcox special skill now bypasses defensive buffs. And 5 insanity down. And Inanis is also 5 fewer in the insanity category. Finally, we are getting a little buff for the legendary costumes for the Nidavellir, the Untold Tales 2 heroes. The old was 7% attack defense and 9% HP, and now it's 10, 10, and 11. So you know that they are going to come back with some more of these Untold Tales 2 costumes. I thought I saw in the calendar preview that, what's the slow yellow counterattack hero? Gander is going to get a costume as well. So they held off for a little while, but they're not going to hold off forever. Kind of a short balance update today. It's in your news feed. And for those of you who were wondering where to find this in Discord, I've seen several messages. Where can I find it? You go into the Empires and Puzzles page, and there's a whole lot of stuff listed here. Go into patch notes. And there it is, the balance update. You can get it, a few hours earlier before it appears in your actual news feed in the game. So that's that for me, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. Let me know down below what you think about these updates, and I'll see you next time.